What happens if you can't get approved for an IUL? Maybe you have a pre-existing medical condition or you have something in your criminal background, so you are unable to get approved. But you want all of the benefits and features. You want the index growth so you can't lose money, and you want your money accessible all tax-free in the future. And you can't get approved. Well, in this video, we are going to uncover an amazing alternative to an IUL policy if you're not able to get approved. But first, we have to understand 10 of the most common reasons why you will not get approved for an IUL. The number one most common disqualifier to an IUL is simply height and weight. Every life insurance company has a height and weight chart that they follow, and if you are outside of the guidelines, that alone could be a disqualifier for you getting an IUL. The number two most common disqualifier I see is any big, severe, pre-existing medical condition, such as heart attack, stroke, or cancer, or even diabetes with really high A1C levels. If these conditions are currently ongoing or recently you've gone through them, that alone could be a disqualifier for an IUL. And number three is prescription history. There are certain medications that alone are disqualifiers, but most importantly, insurance companies need to know what you're taking that prescription for, because certain prescriptions can be used for multiple health conditions. Also, if you are prescribed something and you fill it and you aren't taking it, the insurance company is going to want to know why you're not taking it. Also, if you've been recently given a prescription, most insurance companies want to see stability with that medication, typically anywhere from 3 to 6 months without any changes to dosage or prescription type before they'll even consider offering coverage. So prescription history alone can be a disqualifier depending on the type of prescription, how often you're taking it, if you're taking it, and if you're being monitored for taking it. Number four is any pending medical tests or procedures. Insurance companies will not offer coverage to somebody that has an upcoming procedure scheduled or test scheduled medically that they have not yet completed. They will offer coverage usually 3 months after a medical procedure or surgery, just to show stability. Number five is drug and alcohol abuse. If they see any history in your medical history of drug or alcohol abuse, that alone could be a disqualifier. Number six is dangerous hobbies. For example, if you skydive or scuba dive or rock climb or recreationally fly airplanes, these are all dangerous hobbies. Racing motorcycles and cars count too. Anything that's going to make you look risky to the insurance company might potentially be a disqualifier. Number seven is high-risk occupations. Again, if you are a private airline pilot, or you're a coal miner, or you're a commercial fisher, or you are in the military and you have active orders to deploy, certain countries are at high risk, or simply if you just work in the marijuana industry. A lot of these professions are actually disqualifiers on the life insurance side, or they might get you heavily rated. Number eight is driving history. Too many moving violations in a short amount of time, such as speeding tickets, car accidents, possibly even DUIs, could be disqualifiers for you by the insurance company. Number nine is criminal history. If you have misdemeanors or felonies, or you've been on probation or parole or done time in prison, a lot of this is going to make you look very risky to the insurance company. Typically, they'll wait 5 to 10 years after the date of the offense to offer coverage. And number 10 is poor financial health. If you do not have a steady source of income, or you're not employed or working, or you don't have any income coming in at all, the insurance company most likely will not offer coverage because they have to know that you are financially able to maintain the policy. If you can relate to any of this, you're not alone. I too at one point was also listed as uninsurable. Back in 2022, I had some very strange things that happened inside my body that landed me in the ER, which basically gave me more questions than I had answers to. Led me down a rabbit hole of seeing specialist after specialist, trying to figure out what was going on inside of me. And during that whole time, all I kept thinking was, man, I wish I would have set up another IUL before all of this happened. Because during that time, I was uninsurable. Remember, insurance companies don't like to see undiagnosed, unresolved medical issues. And all I kept praying was that at some point a resolution would come so I could get reapproved for my third IUL that I had been shopping for just prior to this incident happening. Luckily for me, fast forward 3 years to where we are today, I am now able to get approved for a policy and just recently set up my third IUL. Now, you may not have the same solution or same resolution to your story as I did, but just know if you are still looking for the benefits and features that an IUL offers, the index growth, accessible, all tax-free, there is a solution for that. Now, that doesn't come with a life insurance component, so if you're medically unable to get approved or you have something in your criminal history, you can still get the benefits and features. And guess what, guys? It is called a flexible premium, FIA. fixed index annuity. An FIA is an account that you can roll existing retirement accounts into and get that wrapper of index growth protection around your existing money. Or what's great is nowadays you can actually open them from scratch, and you can open them up to be any type of retirement account you want. And if you qualify based on your income, meaning you make less than $150,000 a year if you are filing single, or less than $236,000 a year if you are filing married joint, then you can actually open up a flexible premium Roth IRA fixed indexed annuity, meaning you're opening up your FIA as a Roth IRA and you get all the benefits and features of the index strategy, meaning good growth indexed to the market, so there's no stock market risk and in most cases no fees. And now it's going to grow for you, accessible in the future, 100% tax free. You just have to follow the contribution limits that are associated with a Roth IRA, meaning you cannot contribute more than $7,000 a year if you are under the age of 50. And if you're over the age of 50, you can contribute $8,000 a year as of at least 2025. And if you make too much money to qualify based on the limits I mentioned earlier, you can actually open up your FIA as just an individual account. You will have no cap on how much you can contribute per year. You can put as much money as you want into it, and it's all going to grow indexed to the market with no stock market risk, and in many cases, no fees. The only downside to that plan is it's not going to grow accessible for you tax-free because it's not in a Roth IRA wrapper. I think this is an amazing alternative to an IUL policy for people that maybe aren't able to get approved or aren't able to get approved right now, but still want all the benefits and features. Most of the time you can start these with as little as just $100 a month to get started. So hopefully you liked this video. Comment below something that you liked and learned about it. Make sure you share it with a friend that maybe is in a similar boat to what we talked about in the beginning and can't get approved for an IUL. If you want to learn more about how IULs work, I have linked 2 videos here that will walk you through it. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another video teaching you different tips and tricks around these products, and I will catch you back here next week on YouTube.